Welcome, welcome, welcome. It's Wednesday night again, folks. Yours truly, Tanya Tomasevich. We are here live with, in the group, Intuitive Minds Already Know. How's everybody feeling tonight? Just wait for a couple to pop on. A couple updates. My son, hello, Grace. My son, Jack, made it to basic. We got the first phone call, Monday night at about 12:45. It was short and sweet. We really couldn't talk, but he just told us that he was there safe and that he loved us and that the next time we would hear from him would be through letters. So it is very different. There's a very different energy in the house. It's not negative, but it is definitely a new energy. So thank you for all the heartfelt comments and congratulations to Jack. That really means a lot to Travis and I. So a couple more updates. We have 289 members in the group, folks. It's been progressing very nicely, adding friends on Facebook, and friends of friends are adding their friends to the group, so that's great. I am back on schedule for doing readings, and let me tell you, from being balls to the wall and balls deep in doing readings and being on all the time, I definitely needed to take a little break, and it was good. I felt very calm. I did not meditate. I did not do any readings. Hello, Mindy. Welcome. And it was a good rest for me. And so tonight I'm going to be, back on, and I am doing readings again. So if you would like an oracle card reading, please reach out to me either through Facebook Messenger or comment tonight on here. I do our oracle card reading for $30, and a half hour is $15. I recommend for your first time doing the hour, because we do go into we do like 3 to 5 cards, and we talk about the stones, and we do other cards, and so I have 3 more decks to pick from. So lots of new stuff for my clients. So tonight, I think that's it. Oh, one more update. So April 17th is at 11 a.m. at my house. I am doing an event, and it's for journaling. It's called Journaling Journey. And what we're going to do is I got everybody a notebook, and you're going to come to my house, and I'm going to give a little intro on the importance of journaling. We're going to do a little light meditation, and then I will do a short, probably 1 to 2 card oracle card reading with everybody. And so it's just a connect and share, and to get you into the benefits and the principles and the priorities of journaling. So I guess that's enough for updates. So if you tuned in last Wednesday, we talked a lot about the intro to chakras. So I'm just gonna dive right in, wait for a little other people to join on before I read from my new oracle card deck. So we have 7 energy chakras in our body. They're located on our spine. There's the root, sacral, solar plex, heart, throat, brow, and crown. And the colors are the colors of the rainbow. So if you read red, orange, yellow, green, blue, purple, and then white. And also those colors, those rainbow colors, also correlate with the colors of our aura, starting with the slowest vibration from the inside, or the closest to your body, on the way out. So if you think of the root, red, orange, yellow, green, blue, purple, white, you start from your closest to your body out. So red, orange, yellow, green, blue, purple, white. That's why if you ever have had your auras read, the last 3 vibrate faster than the first 3. So the ones closest to your body vibrate slower. And that's why if you have had your auras read, chances are they're going to be the ones that are closest or easier to see on the outside, because they vibrate faster. Not that you can't see the slower ones, but predominantly those faster vibrating chakras will be more evident. Just going to read a little bit. There's 7. There's the 3 lower. There's the 3 upper, and then we have the crown, which is kind of a floating one. It's not really attached to our body, and that one is pretty much the most important one for me lately, because I've been doing so much shadow work and intuitive work, and that's kind of like where I want to be. What I have read, this book that we're using for content, folks. I know some of you have. Let me just bookmark this page for later. I know a lot of you have bought it. So this is the book that I will be using for my content. It is very, very detailed, lots of reading. I take lots of notes. I recommend you do too. Otherwise, you can follow along tonight as well. So one of the things that I have learned from these chakras, if I can remember now where I was going with this. Help me out, folks. Shiny squirrel. Maybe it'll come back to me. Oh, dang it. I lost it. Anyways, it'll come back to me. So, they all we talked about vibration. We talked about that each chakra is like a city, and there's nadis that kind of go as into roads. We talked about that. What else did we talk about? We talked about it's the roads along the axis. It's the elevator that we use to navigate by spirit. We talked about the direction of energy, that it goes up, down, left, right, out, and then out the front of your, front and back. So we talked a lot about that. We talked about a little bit about masculine and feminine energies, and I will keep reiterating that because I didn't know this, but every other chakra, starting with the root, is masculine. So masculine, feminine, masculine, feminine, masculine. And as we get going and as we talk about each different chakra, this will start to make more sense, because the feminine side, where's my notes? The feminine side in females, the chakras in females rotates counterclockwise, because the energies are all like swirling in this vortex. If you think about the DNA and what that looks like, your DNA spiral. For males, the energy rotates clockwise. So it's interesting that how different we are based on our chakras, and it makes a lot of sense when you start to really characterize the difference between men and female, and why we are so different and at the same. So what I want to do first, wait for a couple more viewers to get on before we dive right into the root chakra. And like I said, that is a masculine energy. So think about the men in your life, because the root chakra is going to be more dominant. It's going to be, it's a very strong chakra in men. Right. Just want to make sure I'm not forgetting anything. Okay. So while we're waiting for a couple more of our viewers to come on, I am going to read out of my new chakra book. Does anybody have any questions before we get going? Anybody? It's very interactive. If you have questions, please shout them out. I will pause my content and answer those questions for you. Oh, I also want to say that as we are getting so close to 300 members, the 300th member will get a free oracle card reading from me. Okay, so I already picked a card prior to going live, and it is the inner child. Can you guys see that? Inner child. And on the top it says playfulness, lightheartedness, innocence, and wonder. And I'm just going to read from the book. I'm not going to read all of it, but I am just going to read a little bit of it. So the card message: wake up. It is time to be carefree, playful, and spontaneous. Childlike and trusting, bringing laughter and perhaps a bit of mischief to your world. As adults, we can forget the lightheartedness we once had as children. Life looks and feels so different now. But this card is a reminder to reclaim this part of yourself. Deep inside, you still carry the pure spark of life you came in with. It's hiding in your grown-up body, waiting to come out. There may be aspects of your childhood that need healing or remembering. You may like to write your way through early memories, or even scribe a letter to your own inner child, taking time to listen for a response. Notice what emotions come up as you connect with this aspect of yourself. Notice what feelings may be calling to be expressed or let go, and what wisdom this part of you may wish to share with you now. Now is a good time for you to experience the world through a beginner's mind as the magical place that it is. See it with awe, wonder, and intrigue. Be open to a world of new opportunities, new perspectives, new knowledge, and experiences. I like that. Ask your inner child to lead the way today and see where he or she takes you. Think about what things brought you happiness as a child. Often there are the simple pleasures of life. Include a little of this into your world again, as the child in you knows so well to do. Laugh and have fun just because it feels good. I like that. As it starts to get warmer, folks, we can start to do more things. You know, I wouldn't recommend running outside without socks or shoes on right now, but it's coming, folks. It's coming. All right. So let's talk about the root chakra. I will call out the pages in the book that I have referenced. If you go to page 23, we talk a little bit about the color. Once again, if you have any questions, please jot them out. I see there's not a lot of viewers on tonight, but, and feel free, if you're watching this later, feel free to ask the questions in the comments as you watch this later, because I believe I do get those notifications that you have commented, because this is just like a post. It's a live post. So please comment as you're listening to this or following all along the book if you have any questions or comments. So the color of the root chakra is red, and the root chakra is located at the base of the spine. And what's really funny is I was trying to find some other information on this, and basically I was getting, there was different things in the men and women, and I talked about that, but TMI, but basically the root is located in your taint, and that's between your asshole and your genitalia. So I thought that was an easy way to remember where the root is located. So TMI on that. It's associated with the element earth, which is feeling grounded, safety, security. It's also associated with the sense of smell, which is interesting. The crystals, and we're going to talk a lot more about this as we go on, but I have referenced page 160. So if you want to jump forward and look at the crystals that are associated with the root chakra, it is on page 160. I wrote down garnet, ruby, black tourmaline, hematite, red jasper, and bloodstone. And I actually have a couple of those. So here is my red jasper. I really like this one. It's so smooth, and it looks like terracotta color. The black tourmaline, that's a good protector stone. It looks kind of navy in here, but that's just the light. So it's black tourmaline. And then my bloodstone. So here's my jagged bloodstone. It's kind of green in this light, but can you see that? It's got like, it looks like dried on blood. Honestly, it does. So those are the stones associated. Later at the end of the class, I talk about the essential oils. If you want to jump forward, that page is 129 about the oils, the essential oils. And that all of these things are to help you heal your chakra and try to get it balanced. When we talk about balanced chakras, it's not like a scale versus, where you have the scale where it's, it's got to be level. It's balanced for you. So if, find my words, because there's a misconception that your chakras, if you can imagine them, because we can't really see, I can't see them. I'm not that advanced yet, but they can kind of shift a little bit to the left and to the right of the center, which is okay because that might be balanced for you. That's what I mean by balanced. I want to stress that enough, that it's balanced for you. Some of these ways to balance or heal your chakras, we talked about the crystals and the oils. So some of the oils are sandalwood, patchouli, cedarwood, and vetiver. Keep going in the book past page like 146. I think there's like a food section. Some of the foods to help balance and to heal that root chakra are proteins and meats. And that root chakra also governs the feet and legs and the rectum. That is the organs that the root chakra governs. The large intestines, the kidneys, the bladder, anything to do with elimination. So your bowels. And they also talk about the 3 B's. So it's blood, bones, bowels, blood, and bones. So those 3 are associated with the root chakra. And we talk about diseases as we get going. If you want to jump forward to page 105, that has a whole bunch of issues associated with the root. The root vibration is slow. And it literally, the root, it ties us to our native family and our ancestors. So if you're thinking about doing some shadow work and some past life regression, you want to do it through Reiki, that's where somebody would really focus on your root area. This is really, really interesting. This is what I was going to talk about before, and it cued me. So this chakra develops from birth to age 7. And as we go through each chakra, there's an age that is associated with when it's developed, which is really coincidental because what Travis and I are going through right now is we are at the age right now of where your crown is activated, stimulated, matured, and that totally makes sense. And when I was reading about that, the brow is like kind of your intuition, your third eye. And that's where you're kind of wondering like, okay, what's my purpose? What am I supposed to be doing here? And that was probably, probably for the last, I want to say the last 5 to 10 years, I've been really wondering, really asking myself, what am I supposed to do here? Is there more to this than just going to work and just, punching in, punching out, the autopilot? And so when I read that in the book, it really, really resonated with me because that's how I have felt the last 10 years or so. And that made total sense because that's when your brow is fully developed. There's a whole each chakra that we talk about, I'm going to try to remember to list that age that it is developed. The root chakra, it influences your finances, your work, your family, home life. It connects you to your sense of safety, security, and belonging in your body. They say, they talk about being grounded, and they talk about how taking off your shoes and walking around your house in the wintertime, or getting a foot massage, or with using essential oils will definitely help you get that grounding back, help center and balance that root chakra. let's talk about some of the signs. Now, this book does not talk about, or does not say it's either negative or positive or good or bad. They refer to it as underactive or overactive. And so I'm just going to read some of the signs of underactive. So what this, from the book, okay? I'm quoting stuff from the book. Signs of underactive are anxious, accident prone, unstable finances, disorganized, eating disorders like anorexia, constipation, issues with pain and discomfort associated especially with the knees and the feet, blood and bones. Now, overactive, an overactive root chakra would be anything having to deal with addictions, hoarding, obesity or overeating, greed, depression, laziness, issues of pain and discomfort in the knees, feet, blood, and bones. Again, some of the healing methods that I have found in this book are aromatherapy, which we talked a little bit about the oils. And if you're just tuning in, jump to page 129 in the book. Yoga, jump to page 146 if you're interested in yoga poses specifically to heal or balance that root chakra. Gemstones, we talked about that. We have those here. And sound therapy is a good one. I have had a little bit of sound therapy. It was a session that I went to, and it was with the drums or using the crystals, and it was really, really, really cool. I felt amazing afterwards. I really didn't do much. I kind of just laid there, and the lady made sounds with this like huge sound bowl, and it was like different ohms, you know. But that's another way of healing and balancing your chakras is the sound therapy. So if you are interested in the sound therapy, jump to page 138. And I wrote that down. So the root chakra is a masculine energy. We talked a little bit last week about the different energies in each chakra, and I didn't know that. So as you start from the root is masculine, then the sacral is feminine, which this totally makes sense for women. And as we get going, you'll understand how each feminine chakra is going to be a little more targeted toward the female body. So then we go with the solar plex, which is, that's also masculine. That's where your self-esteem is. So if you have a really good self-esteem, then you're working from the masculine side of that. Then we go with the heart. The heart is feminine. Then we go with the throat. Throat is masculine. And then the brow is feminine. And then I don't know if I want to say that would be masculine, because that's the divine. So I'm going to read a little bit here of something that was really interesting when I started reading about the difference between men and female chakras. So the testes produce testosterone in a male. Testosterone gives men more libido, muscle strength, and bone density, all associated with the root. Testosterone makes sexuality more physically stimulating and secondary to feminine energy. Feminine energy for women, sexually speaking, is in their sacral. Sacral chakra for women, which primarily objective is intimacy and emotions. Let me read that again. Testosterone makes sexuality more physically stimulating and secondary to feminine energy in the sacral chakra for women, which primarily objective is intimacy and emotions. So men's sexuality is from their root, and women's sexuality is from their sacral. From this book. This is what this book. It only makes sense that as a man ages, his testosterone level decreases, which creates his sacral chakra more sexually stimulating to his emotions. Do you get it? It's all related to, it has something to do with the hormones. So ladies, if we wait long enough, our husbands will eventually understand us emotionally as they get older and produce less testosterone. I thought that was kind of cute. We talked the last week, I did the polishing technique. So if you're interested in doing that again, that is something that I came up with on my own. So view or watch the live from last week. The root chakra, I'll go into a little bit about when we do that in the polishing. So what it's kind of a meditation, and it's nice that it's like posted live, but you can watch it again. So I'm actually going to do it now that I have recorded my voice. But the root chakra is where security, patience, addiction, finances, physical can be constipation, pain in the knees, feet, blood, bones. So if you're experiencing any of that, and focus on that root chakra, then when you go through that polishing technique that I did, let me know if you're experiencing any differences in that root chakra, or any chakra for that matter, if you do indeed practice that little polishing technique that I made. Okay, so once again, the root chakra is a masculine energy. Masculine energy characteristics are strong, committed. You might be considered a planner, organized, stable, and grounded. I believe that I have more masculine energy because I feel I am strong, committed, planner, organized, stable, grounded. I feel all those things. So your aura for the root is red, and it is closest to your physical body. And once again, it is the slowest vibrating energy of the chakras. If you see reds in your aura, it means you're committed, career goal, independent, and you are a protector. If you'd like more on that, on the auras, go to page 52. So I talked about this before when I read about the where is it? The signs of an underactive and the signs of an overactive root chakra. So I made a note in here. Chakras are never closed, but classified as barely open, open, and very open. Overactive or underactive. So they're never really closed. They're classify them as open, barely open, and very open. I believe that my crown is very open. I struggle too. I have weaknesses in my chakras. I feel my solar plex. That's where my confidence and my self-esteem is one of my, that I was told that's where my lowest is, and that my highest at the time, because as we get talking more about this, there'll be more information. But not all your chakras and auras are the same day after day after day. We're always evolving. We're always changing. We're always growing. We're always shifting. So that means that your chakras are going to shift, and they're also going to change. You might have 1 week, or I should say underactive or overactive, non-balanced, I'll call it, non-balanced, for a couple of weeks. And then as you deal with stuff, the chakras, that chakra might become aligned or balanced, and so on. The same with your aura. Some of your auras might be brighter or dimmer as you expand and grow and shift and evolve in life. I want to talk about the really deep. Now we're going to get deep here, because what affects our chakras? And this is kind of like where my noodle got baked, because there was a lot of things that I hadn't known about chakras until I really started delving into this book. Our past life experiences, our ancestral memories, and your own current life affect your chakras. Your weakness are your strengths, which means the things that have brought you struggles and pain and discomfort have to happen in order to learn, grow, and overcome patterns of behaviors and thoughts that do not serve your highest potential. I wrote it down, and it resonates very much with me. Your weaknesses are your strengths, which means that things that have brought you struggles and pain and discomfort have to happen in order for you to learn, grow, and overcome patterns of behaviors and thoughts that do not serve your highest potential. I'm going to star that because I really like that. So from 1 to age 7, this is really interesting. Pay attention if you just jumped on. From 1 to age 7 are crucial years, and certain needs of each chakra must be met. This is in page 72, so at age 1, the need for safety, security, and survival needs must be met. So think about your age now. Think about the things that have happened in your first 7 years, if you can. Or if you have known certain circumstances that you have gone through in your life. If your parents got divorced, if one of your parents had deceased, or traumatic things that maybe have happened to you. I'm just getting like maybe like your house burned down, or you had to switch schools, you had to move. Certain things in the years from 1 to 7 are crucial of how you feel safe and secure and how that root chakra is developed. Think about the things that have happened in your first 7 years. Some of those things might have an effect on how your root chakra energy is today. Think about that, and all that has to do with really the shadow work that you choose to want to do. The next thing I'd like to talk about is the root chakra personality, and this was really cool. I have not done it yet. It is, I'm just going to get to it in the book. It's on page 78 for those of you that are still watching. Page 78. This talks a lot about the personality. I want to get to the quiz. So if you jump to page 86, there is actually like a root. There are chakra tests, but the one specifically that we're discussing tonight is the root. So if you jump to page 86, there is a root chakra test. And then if you jump forward, it gives you, on page 93, is how you score your test. So homework for that tonight to do next week, or to do, you have till next week to do it, is do the chakra root test on page 86. So let's talk about the personality. Let's go back to page 78. So a person with a strong, balanced root chakra feels grounded, feels relaxed, and easy to be around. Think about somebody that you're around a lot in your life, and think about if they have these characteristics: strong, balanced, they feel grounded, relaxed, and they're easy to be around. They make cautious decisions, likes to plan ahead, strong and loyal, likes simple things naturally. They're family gold and has a sense of humor, easily manifest money, and others feel safe and protected around them. Now, as I'm reading this, I'm thinking a lot about like my husband and a man. So think about the men in your life and see if any of these characteristics, how many you check off for them, which makes total sense why a man would feel that way, because it's a masculine chakra. We talked about the underactive and the overactive. So I wrote down in my notes, there's a underactive. I also wrote down overactive, and then ideal would be somewhere in the middle, and that's what I would consider balanced for you. So an underactive root chakra, you might be feeling fearful. An overactive is lazy or bored. So you want to meet somewhere in the middle, you know. Underactive is hyper or hyperactive. Overactive is kind of, you're stuck. You're kind of stuck in the mud. Underactive root, scatterbrained, Overactive would be a hoarder. Underactive hates routine or struggles with routine. Overactive, which would be loves routine. Now, I don't know. I love routine, but I'm not going to consider that as a bad thing because I need routine. I have a little bit of... Hello, Chelsea. I'm talking about ADD. You jumped on at the perfect timing. I have a little bit of ADD-ism going on. So my ideal is to follow my strict routine. When I get off my routine, for whatever reason, if I'm sick, if I'm on vacation, or just circumstantial, I get kind of stir crazy and my mood will kind of shift. My diet will shift. My sleeping will shift. So for me, I need to stay on a routine. So underactive would be family issues. Overactive, which I have down overspends. And underactive doesn't like to stay in one place. And overactive would be controlled by family. That's the opposite of the family issues. And then doesn't like to stay in one place would be underactive. Overactive would be avoids change. So you want to try to find that happy median, you know? So if you're feeling any of these, take the test on page 86. And then there's also, I also have wrote down here, www.eclecticenergies.com. And I want to say there was more chakra testing on there. Or more personality. I didn't look it up yet. But I did write it down. So yeah, so any questions? Because that's all the notes I have. I'm just going to go through a couple of the pages that I wrote down in the book. So the root is the base of the spine, located between the anus and the genitals. It governs the organs, large intestines, the kidney, the bladder, and if you remember the 3 B's. So bowels, bones, and blood. That's the organs, and that's what it associates as in the physical body. Chakras function differently in male and female bodies. And we talked about that the chakras in females rotate the energy rotates counterclockwise. In men, they rotate clockwise. Let's go to page 105. And we'll read real quick because it's very in detail of the issues. So root chakra issues, any illness or injury that is located in the area from the feet up to the tailbone is most likely related to the root chakra. Also any of these. Disease of the intestines, the colon, the anus, the rectum, or any issues related to elimination. So pooping or peeing. The 3 B's, any issue associated with bones, bowels, or blood. Skin problems from eczema to leprosy. For men, diseases of the testes like prostate cancer or any kind of infertility. All addictions are associated with the root chakra because they are about the body's memory, homeostasis, and repetition, which are all qualities of the first chakra. So now consider if you know anybody or yourself that has any of these diseases. And think about how long that they've had these diseases. So going back to when that chakra was developed, maybe there was something very, very traumatic that happened in years 1 through 7 that are basically prohibiting them from feeling safe, grounded, secure, money issues. Think about those things in the people that you're thinking in your head right now, because I have a couple in my head. So I thought there was another detailed version of all. Let me see if I can find it here, folks. There was There was another thing that was highly detailed. Maybe we'll come to it later. Okay, so, oh, it says an in-depth section on illness. I'll just read your notes, Tanya. Duh. So the in-depth, okay, I just found it. So the in-depth section on illness and diseases is on page 108. So if you look at the root chakra, look at all of it, addictions. And then if you look to the key, it tells you overactive, underactive, either overactive or under, other chakras involved in the issue. So if you look at all the root and the solar plex are, there's a lot going on with those two chakras that have characteristics of illnesses. So addiction, anemia, anorexia, athlete's foot, arthritis, bipolar, blood pressure, chronic fatigue, colitis, constipation, that makes sense, Crohn's, depression, diarrhea, eczema, edema, gallstones, gout, hemorrhoids, hives, irritable bowel syndrome, insomnia, kidney, obesity, OCD, scoliosis, shingles, sleep apnea, sterile. There is so much in there. Look, see how many you can cross off. And then maybe you need to really work on your root chakra. I also wrote in my notes, we're going to go to page 129 real quick because we're at 40 minutes, folks. And I want to do one more card. So, the essential oils, I said, were sandalwood, cedarwood, rosewood, black spruce, are healing for the root because they bring in strong grounding energy. Black spruce is also good for relieving muscular aches. Patchouli also heals athlete's foot and happens to be a powerful aphrodisiac. Oh, I did not know that. I thought you just used patchouli to cover up pot smoke. Vetiver is another aphrodisiac. Is great for healing the first chakra because it's really safe and non-irritating. Interesting. So that was the essential oils. Black spruce, cedarwood, patchouli, rosewood, sandalwood, and vetiver. Those all make sense because those are all like really earthy scents. So if you're new to the essential oils, you can either wear it, I usually kind of put some on my wrist, or there's necklaces that have like a little absorbent circle. You can wear them that way. They also have porous bracelets that have like little stones that are very porous. You can put in a couple drops of it and wear it. I like to put sometimes just like in my hair so I can smell it during the day. I have like a diffuser in my car. You can put a diffuser in your house. Many different ways. You can make a spritzer. So many different ways to use essential oils. The next thing I have is healing the chakras with sound therapy. I talked a little bit that I had that done, and that was really cool. The note for the root is the C note. I don't even know what the C note sounds like unless I bring it up on my computer. But that's the note. There's mantras, if you're into that. Like the universal mantra is Om. When you're meditating, Om. There is something to be said about using sound for healing therapy. I'm not going to go into a lot about that. There is 138, 140. It talks a lot about the sound. So if you want to try sound therapy, that's where that is located. So for yoga, if you go to page 146 in the book, there are some yoga poses. And I'm going to show them right here. These 4 here. So we have the mountain pose. We have the tree pose. Makes sense. The standing forward fold. That is really good for your lower back. And the warrior 1 pose. Yoga is also very good for blood circulation. I need all the essential oils. I'm broken. You are not broken, Chelsea. You are not broken. You're just bending. You're just bending too much. So there was one. So there was a really good one for the root. It's called the alignment principles. That's on page 152 if you jump to the book. But the alignment principle to the how to balance the chakras in mountain pose. Oh, these are all different poses. But there was one about the Kegel exercises that helps to align that chakra. And if you've ever been pregnant or have problems with stuff down there for us ladies, even men, I think that's an exercise that they do for people that have gone through prostate cancer. Is the Kegel. So you clench your muscles down there and you hold it, and then almost like you're peeing. So they say if you've never done this before to practice it on the toilet, because sometimes you can like pee doing it. So the Kegel exercises are, it's like, if you think about it, they say to practice it when you're pregnant so you won't tear a lot. It also helps with the lower, there's a word for it. It's like in your pelvis. There's a word in your abdomen for it. Down there. I'll just say down there. So when you pee, you're supposed to like pee a little bit and then stop it. And then hold it. And then pee a little bit and then hold it and do this. And that will help the Kegel exercises. It's supposed to help from women going through pregnancy to deliver vaginally without tearing as much. I don't know if it works because I've had C-sections. So, and then, so one more thing that I want to talk about from the book that I thought was really cool. There's another really cool gemstone thing in here. On page 159, folks, the Chakra Gemstones Element Meditation. Ooh, choose 7 stones, 1 for each chakra. Lie down and place each stone on your body. Oh, this is like what we do for Reiki. Close your eyes and soften into the rhythm of your breath. Imagine the stones come from... Oh, this is a really good one to do for like a Reiki. Yes, yes, yes. So real quick, I have on here some of the root chakra stones and what they help with. So the garnet promotes manifestation, revitalizes, releases guilt and inhibitions, purifies the blood. The ruby stimulates passion, determination, and prosperity, balances sex drive, detoxifies blood. Hematite grounds, strengthens, and revitalizes, enhances memory, helps iron absorption and red blood cell. The red jasper promotes earth connection and stability, gently stimulates and protects, reduces worry. Black tourmaline enhances goal manifestation, dispels stress and fear, treats bowels, colon, lower back, legs, and feet. Ooh, if you have any of that, you should probably wear this in your pocket. And the bloodstone grounds and helps one to face challenges, increase patience and ability to sacrifice, heals anemia. So those are really cool. I'm in love with crystals. I love crystals. I have a whole box. So I have my snowflake obsidian with me. I've got my orange selenite. That's my foundation one. And I also have my heart chakra because I'm feeling so weepy with Jack being gone. So weepy. Okay, so one more thing before we read the last card tonight. Any questions? Chelsea asked some questions. Mindy asked some questions. Who else is on here? Maya, hello. Hello, Maya. You'll have to go back if you're just tuning in. Oh, so this is interesting. One more thing before we get to the, I want to talk about the Himalayan salt lamp. So I have seen this on, I believe, like Instagram or Facebook or something, but it's the EFT. So it's called the Emotional Freedom Technique, popularly known as the EFT or tapping. So they talk about this with anxiety. So Chelsea, are you still watching? I want you to Google it, or yes, Google it, because it's called emotional freedom technique. And they say they use it for kids in school. And it lists like different areas of the body. And it's just tapping. So you can tap different, identify the issue you want to address, measure the intensity of your issue, create a simple issue statement, say your statement repeatedly as you tap through the EFT points with the tips of 2 or 3 fingers on your dominant hand. Start at the top of the head, make your way down to the karate chop point. Oh, okay. Tapping roughly 5 to 7 times at each point. After you've gone through all points, stop and rate the intensity. If you feel you haven't reduced your intensity, repeat steps 4 and 5. Huh. Interesting. That's supposed to help with reduce stress and anxiety. It's just tapping. I wonder if there's any science to it, huh? Or if it's just putting your mind on something else besides the actual thing that you're stressed about. You know what I mean? All right. So 163. 163. Oh, and then I want to talk about something really cool in this book that I think I might buy. I don't know. It might be a crock of shit, but I think it's pretty cool. And I like to try out new shit, so. Okay, real quick, folks. I don't want to go longer than an hour. Okay, so I want to read out of the book, and it talks about the Himalayan salt lamp, page 163. Wearing or holding stones are not the only way to take in their healing energy. You can invest in a big centerpiece stone like an exquisite amethyst. Amethyst is like the universal healing stone. This will boost the energy of your home or office and give you eyes a feast as well. Another great way to keep healing stone energy around is to get a Himalayan salt lamp. Its color is a pleasing pink. It boosts the heart chakra as well as the third eye. Salt is hygroscopic, so it attracts water molecules from the surrounding air. A large block of Himalayan salt attracts pollutants, so they're no longer floating in the air when you can inhale them. When it heats up, it also releases negative ions that boost blood flow, improve sleep, increase levels of serotonin in the brain, and calm allergy or asthma symptoms. Finally, favorite way to take in crystal energy is to... So she puts it in her water. I can't even say that word. I keep several beautiful quartz crystals in my water dispenser so that all the water I drink is infused with powerful quartz energy. Oh, interesting. I also think the crystals make the water taste fresher. Try it yourself. They say by making moon water on a full moon, if you put crystals in your moon water, or putting water out when it's a full moon. I have not tried it, but I have heard that people swear by it. There was healing foods. So on page 165, if you are into healing some things. So here, I'll just read it real quick. So beets, red meats, red beans, red potatoes, strawberries, cherries, mushrooms. Those are all good foods for the root chakra. Where was that I wanted to read back here? One more thing. Okay, so here it says the best healing methods for your root chakra. Your root chakra is related to your sense of smell. So aromatherapy works wonders. Use earthy, woodsy, or musky scents. Some of the aromatherapy oils for your first chakra are cedarwood, black spruce. We read that. Since your root chakra is all about embodiment, the best long-term healing comes from very physical activities like yoga, especially if you practice the second principle of alignment, muscular contraction, and do strong standing or squatting poses. And since your feet are ground zero for your base chakra, getting a reflexology treatment, I talked about that, or even just a good foot massage is powerful root medicine. Like the foot detox is a great way to heal that root chakra as well. You can also use earthy gemstones and crystals, especially the red and black ones like garnet, ruby, hematite. We got gardening, hiking, and communing with trees are all great root boosting activities because they connect you to Mother Earth. You know, you've seen people like on Facebook, they have like these weird pictures of themselves hugging trees. Well, there's something to be said about that. Playing or listening to indigenous music boosts the first chakra. Drumming to a tribal beat is powerful, as is listening to the didgeridoo. That is an instrument that vibrates with low earthy tones. Finally, you can wear the root chakra boosting healing tattoos. So this, I wonder if it's in the book. Okay, so here it is. So this lady that wrote this book, she has designed tattoos. They are washable, wearable. And you can either wear like, you know, one or two. She says if you're going to do all of them at the same time, that you kind of want to be home because you're going to balance all those chakras. And if any of them are related to your digestive system or your adrenal system, be aware. I have not tried it yet, but I maybe I'll order it and then I will try them so that way I have some testimony to explain a little about it each time, because I'll probably talk about that each time. So, do we have any questions before I read the affirmations card from my new deck that I got? I just love it, folks. Look at it. It's just awesome. The Mindful Collective. The Mindful looks like collective affirmations. Soulful affirmation cards to guide you through the ebbs and flows of life. I love it. All right, so we talked about that the root chakra is like the manifesting root chakra. So if you're unable to manifest your goals or wants or desires, try to get your root chakra healed and balanced. And lo and behold, I picked out randomly the manifest card. Isn't these cards just awesome? Look at this card. Reminds me of the receive and the give energy of the masculine and feminine chakras, and like a yin and a yang. Plus it has like all the signs of the moon tonight. And which reminds me, full moon is I think Friday. I think the full moon is on Friday. Let me look it up real quick, folks. Hang on. We got 3 minutes. Bear with me. Full moon. Yeah, I think it's Friday. And it's in a Virgo because I'm a Virgo. It is March 18th. So yes, Friday is a full moon. Awesome. I love full moons. Okay, so I'm going to read from my new affirmations card deck. Everything you have ever dreamed of, everything your heart desires, already lives within you. The only thing stopping it from coming to life is our own fear of what will happen when we finally receive all that our hearts long for. So ask yourself, what can you align with just a little bit closer? What can you let go of just a little bit more? What can you drop into just a little bit deeper? Trust that what is yours already belongs to you. You simply have to ask for it, clearly, potently, and wholeheartedly. After all, if you can hold it in your heart and you can see it in your mind, you will hold it in your hand. Ooh, I love that. If you can hold it in your heart and see it in your mind, you will hold it in your hand. That is so awesome. I'm going to cry when I'm done because all I can think of is Jack. I love that, folks. I love it. Do we have any questions? I have a little thing that I want to show my viewers, my female viewers. So, excuse me. Spirit's coming through, Maya. Okay, so everybody, if you know me, you know that I love lashes. But I have given up on the salon lashes because I'm so allergic to the glue that even the low fume ones, because my lash lady and I, we kind of messed around with different different combinations of glue to try to get it right, and it didn't work out right. So I was like, I really want lashes back, but I can't do the salon ones. So I went on Amazon and I just did like magnetic liner because I saw something on Instagram and I'm like, Jesus Christ, those are like $50. I am not paying $50. So I thought I would just go on Amazon and look for the cheapest one. And I found this one. I think it's called, I'm gonna say it either very French or very Spanishy, but Vendaje. Did you get them? I did, Chelsea. I have them on. Can you guys tell? Look at my. Now these are the shortest ones. Okay, I'll leave my glasses off. Now I put these on at, I want to say like at 6:15 this morning. So they are called Vendaje or Jez. Amazon, $10, folks. So you get 5. So you get 5 different sizes. Now I have the shortest one on. Oh, here, I'll go this way. Duh. Can you see them? All the different. I'm hoping I can get to this one, but those are pretty long and they might like touch my glasses. So you get the liner and you're supposed to shake it 10 to 20 times. So you get 2 of them. They're both the same. So you shake it up and it's just like liner. It's just like, and it's kind of tacky. And I tried it on my hand to kind of see like how it would manipulate. But I'll just show you real quick. So, yeah. So the next size, and you get a little tool with it. And so they have, if you can kind of see, they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 magnets on it. See? Got magnets on it. And you kind of, they said to kind of shape them first before you put them on. I kind of did because I have really small eyes. So there's, yeah, I said 5. So there's 5 magnets. I believe there's 5 on each one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 5 on each one. And there's one at the very end, which I really like, because some of the lashes that you get, they don't have, they're like, the magnets aren't at the tips. So then you shake this thing 10 to 20 times, and then you just put it on like eyeliner. And by the time you have the eyeliner like on, and you don't have to do a thick layer, I just did a regular layer of like how I would my normal liquid liner. And then they say to put it on before it fully dries. So then I don't think I even used the tool. I just took it off and I placed it on there. And then I think I took, because this is metal, which I don't know why they would give a metal one. I don't know, because it sticks to the magnets. And then I just kind of pushed here on the side and pushed here. Now I have had these on all day. They're a little heavier than the salon ones, but honestly, they did not itch. I think I had a little bit like in the corners that started to kind of lift up a little bit, but all I did was I like took my finger at work and I just kind of pushed it down again. I just kind of reset it on the glue. That was it. I'm going to try wearing these to bed and actually see like how long they actually last. Because for $10, oh my God. And some of these are like, look at okay, I'll show you real quick, folks. If I've lost you, thank you for watching. We'll see you next Wednesday if I've lost you. But look how long these are. Holy cow. These are so long. I don't know if I'm going to be able to wear these. But I have the shortest ones on. So this is a good, because I don't want to be really showy. And I have glasses on. So maybe I'll have to I'll have to wear my contacts. But I really like the ones that I have on. Excuse me. Spirits were coming through. So they were $10 on Amazon. So I'm going to try these out. Goodness gracious. And you get a little card. That's really all I got with it. There's a couple typos in it. magnetic eyeliner lash set. 5 pairs, 2 magnetic eyeliners, and a magnetic eyelash tweezer. Yeah, that's it. It took me like 30 seconds to put these on this morning. So I wanted to promote my review on that. So keep watching, because I think tomorrow I'm going to go up 1 length and try it. But $10, they're awesome. And I figured if I don't like this one, I will just spend a little more money and try the next version. So how cool is that? So once again, thank you for watching. Next week we are going to be talking from the book again, and we'll be doing the chakra related oracle card. So the same kind of concept is going to play out now for the next 6 weeks, because we'll talk the same platform. I'll be talking a lot about the same thing, but it'll be a different chakra. So different illnesses, different essential oils, different yoga techniques, different energies, different placement on the body, different location. So, but basically that'll be the platform of what I'll be using to talk about. The second one is the sacral. So we'll be talking a lot about sexuality again, because that's kind of where it's kind of located in the in the reproductive area, is the sacral. All right, folks. Thank you for watching. It got a little long, but I had to do my review of my lashes because I love lashes. I'm happy to have lashes back without itching or getting, because when I wear them, I will get stuffed up and my eyes will itch so bad. So love you. Bye. All right, folks. Thanks for watching. Once again, tune in next Wednesday. We will be talking about more updates, how Jack is doing, if we get any letters. Yay. Hopefully letters. One would be great. And stay tuned. Thanks for watching. Love you all. Mwah. Have a great week.